my name is Fei Yang. Welcome back to my channel. I'm the first year student at Deakin College. I'm here to talk about why an artificial intelligence may one day be the end of humanity as we understand it. As a young student, I feel that I'm in touch with technology, and I feel that I'm immersed in technology, and thus feels at times that technology is an extension of myself. For the most part, I'd like to consider myself a fair tech-savvy. For the longest time, I've been interested by AI. I first came about them in books and movies, and eventually saw their portrayal in games. Always science fiction, always decades away, but now they are not so far away. Limited artificial intelligence is already at work, replacing many of the simple tasks that people used to slave over. And they are setting their eyes on tracking more and more complex tasks by the day. I want to discuss the danger of it, and in particular, the danger of researching an artificial general intelligence, in other way, AGI. Artificial intelligence is programming a piece of software to think. In a way, this can range from a very specific way of thinking, such as identify the letters of capture promote or detecting change to temperatures at power plants to manage power output, to a very broad spectrum of problems, sort of like how most people think. This is called artificial general intelligence. The main concern stems from AGI. AGI has been around in the form of science fiction for decades. Often, they serve as a humble assistants in video games, trusty companions in movies, and fantasize about in books. They will be capable of everything a human is capable of: logic, rational thoughts, problem solving, building relationships, and most of all, emotion. There's a test devised by mathematician and scientist Alan Turing, the father of modern computing, called the Turing test. This test involves a person having a conversation through a third party with a computer, and if the person cannot distinguish the computer from a person, then the computer is considered to have a passed Turing test, and thus having the true intelligence. The idea of harnessing intelligence in a computer form, something capable of anything humans are, but much faster, more efficient, and logical, is potentially the next step forward for human evolution. However, with any major change to how people live, I think we need to take a step back and caution against ourselves against the great things that could turn and backfire. First, I think we should talk about the testing artificial intelligence. No invention has ever been perfect from beginning. They take of decades or even centuries of trial and error, tweaking and fine-tuning before they become accepted as the thing we are used every day, such as the wheel. In the past, a failure is no issue. If we break it, then we start again. This is how currently developed limited artificial intelligence. Some methods of training AI are collectively known as deep learning, where information is fed to a logarithm, and the logarithm can learn and perform, and depending on the performance, it's either evolved or simply terminated as other generations perform better. This is okay because limited AI only has a specific function. It does not have emotion or rational thoughts, just a simple task. Now, consider the case of AGI. Every time that we try to create an AGI, it will be like trying to create new living being. And there every time it fails, it will be like terminating life. This is fascinating viewpoint released by Yampolskiy in 2013, where he explained in a paper why would experimenting with a sentient machine be okay. Furthermore, he also raised the idea that AI is machines, and although potentially sentient, are not living. They should not have ethics in consideration, just like how dropping a pen is not considered unethical to a pen, as it's not alive. By creating AGI, we potentially have created something that can suffer. Sam Harris gave a groundbreaking TED Talk in 2010, a pioneer of his time, about the implications of AGI for life in the future. The main idea is that no matter how we look at it, AI is inventable. It will come and it will fundamentally disturb how our world would function. One aspect of that is financial. as discussed by Korinek and Stiglitz in 2017. In a paper discussing how even today artificial intelligence has both greatly improved the work output of almost every single industry that is able to utilize it, but also at the same time displayed a large workforce that now finding their skills unremarkable as a computer algorithm outperformed them in the magnitude of thousands. Sam Harris echoes the sentiment that by having AGI, the world may become a post-materialist utopia. By the same token, we could be treated by AI the same way we treat ants, with no malice, but also with no care. Our lives could one day be brushed aside by ruthless, efficient, and completely rational self-improving AGIs. The same way that we would never notice a colony of ants as we dig the foundation of a new house. Famously, the co-founder of PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX, Elon Musk, warned the world about the danger of artificial intelligence. His warning has been picked by many and reported in the news such as Australia outlet of Sky News. He warned us that we achieve AGI, we will have achieved the end of humanity as we know it. More of the world understand how AI are not just roses and rainbows, but we have dangerous side that many of us forget. I implore you all to think about this, find out about what making sentient machine will mean for all of us. Be informed, because we don't want to start thinking about it now, before we know it. The machines that rules over us will not be listening to what we have to say. That's pretty much today's video. I will see you guys in next video. See ya!